Hello, I made it. We were out helping this morning, so I'm a little frazzled and tired, and it was so freaking hot. It was completely unbearable. So I'm so tired. You have no idea. So I'm just like, yes, a nice chill game of Rimworld. We were originally gonna see if we could get a bunch of people to do Played Up, but they are doing a little bit of their Dark Heresy session. So I don't really want to bother them. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to play Rimworld together instead. So yay. Yeah, let's get into it. So back into our normal save. Couple of things happened last stream for those of you that weren't here. So it is the middle of the night. So we're going to let them do their thing. Kylina over here is heading into bed. Sass is the only one who is a night owl. So he's going to be the only one that's up and doing things right now. So we have Starry the cook, who is currently married to John the misogynist. John was actually recently hurt pretty bad in a recent attack from an infestation. So he's now back up on his feet. Unfortunately, we did have 3 animals. Now we have Valerie the bear, and we have Warwick the giant megasloth. Unfortunately, the timber wolf did not survive. He was, how to put it, 360 no-scoped by a cougar. Like, immediately, I just went and snatched his neck and bit down once, and he was just immediately dead. I got the notification that he was getting attacked for food, and that was it. There was nothing else we could do about it. So, unfortunately, the timber wolf has died. So, John was a little bit sad about it, I think, but for the most part, he's pretty happy. So I'm hoping that because his mood is so high, that he might get a bonus again to... Oh, good. This muffalo will die soon, so we'll take him in to eat him. I'm hoping that he'll get a buff soon to be able to automatically tame an animal. There is a bear who is wandering around who is female, so then we'd have a female and a male bear that we could use to tank things. Valerie was also recently harmed in the infestation attack. She stood here and she tanked pretty much everything. I tried to pull her back, she just refused to. She did pretty damn good. Warwick was pretty okay. He has been growing his wool, which is really nice. So, we have used, I think, a little bit of it, but for the most part, I think we're going to end up selling it. So yeah, that's what's been going on with them. Then we also have Kylina. She's in here sleeping with Warwick the Megasloth, just because there's no room in this tiny little room over here. She's been going around and mining for us. She has been getting into a lot of fights with Stafford over here. Stafford is our useless miner. He can't do anything else but mining. Unfortunately, he keeps trying to hit on her, and also Starry. So Starry is a little bit mad about that. So he's upset because... Oh, and now he's also apparently hitting on Eagle. So, I guess he's just going to keep making himself upset. So Kylina's been dealing with that. And then we do have Eagle. Eagle was a pirate who we had taken prisoner and forced to join us because we needed someone who could work really good in construction. So that's what she's been doing. She's usually the first one up here. She's also been working on some of our research too, which has been really nice. We have been mining some more of the steel, especially over here. So they've all been heading over there. We did end up building this little pen here because we did grab some muffalo and some donkeys, so to help us with going to the next part of our journey. So right now they are both sets are the females are pregnant, so we shouldn't have to get any more muffalo or donkeys or what have you. I would love to either get the megasloth or the bear, just so we could have some more animals that we could send to go and kill things for us. But, you know. And then we have Sass. Sass is our permanent researcher. We actually purchased him as a slave, so he's actually pretty happy about that. Looks like his buff actually left. Unfortunately, he does have a scratch scar in his torso. He really helped everybody when everybody was sickly. He is actually really good at being a medical as well. So he was helping John, who ended up getting an infection in his torso. And normally for infections, you just cut off the appendage, but, I mean, you can't just cut off the torso. So, yeah. So we survived a raid. Oh, and now Sass has been hitting on Eagle. Okay. Right? Or is Sass hitting on Starry? Who did you hit on? Sass pursued Eagle by describing her as an angry moon. Eagle gave a minimal response. What? Okay. Also, Sass and John are both the fathers of our two biggest enemies. Chief Gross Camisa is actually Sass's child, and Robert Krondofer is actually John's child. So if you notice, Starry has a stepson. So. And of course, goes to figure the biggest misogynist is the only one that gets married in this place, so goes to show. Okay, I had to cough a little. And every time I hit my mute mic toggle thing, it speeds up the game a little bit for some reason. But yeah, so that's how we've been doing. So we've been working on fencing in all of our crops. I'm hoping that we should be able to get a full set of like a harvest. I want us to try and leave preferably on like the first day of autumn, just so it's like cool, but it's not like boiling hot or it's not freezing. So what we're doing in this one, we actually have two previous bases that we were at. We are slowly hopping across the world to get to the landed ship for us to leave this god-awful, godforsaken Rimworld. So, unfortunately, we did start over here. I wasn't sure if it was going to be to the north or to the south. Apparently it's to the south. I didn't realize when I was placing that we can't cross here, so we have to go over here around the sea in this bay. Okay, and then the quest is expired, that's okay. So we have to go down over to here. We're currently here. We're currently in Depression Land. We left behind Plague Land and Infection Land. So we're heading down into this section. I'm thinking we're probably going to stop somewhere around like the shores of Lake Rhino Heel, maybe. That's probably a good place to take a camp, especially because we do have two characters who are undergrounders, so that's Eagle and Stafford, so they are both constantly upset because they're not underground. So yeah, that's what's been going on. And I'm wanting us to go into this ancient danger, but I currently have John over here working on an incendiary launcher. He's also working on some bolt-action rifles for the rest of everybody else. The incendiary launcher is for any more infestations. We did have one. It happened over here in Eagle's room. You could see a little bit of the garbage still. So we did rebuild that. It was a waste of silver because it was like 200 silver, but that's okay. And then they burrowed into here and into John and Starry's room. And then they had kind of gone into Kylina's room and a little bit in here. So we ended up using this as a choke point to kill them off. John was absolutely decimated in that attack. So I'm hoping that if we have this incendiary launcher, that we'll be able to use it to instead set them on fire and then just close the doors. I tried to bump the heaters all the way up. Unfortunately, it just got not hot enough for them. I was hoping that it would potentially get them to catch fire a little, especially if we had both of them going. So, but yeah, so that's what's been going on. I'm gonna disallow that so everybody will stop walking through Sass's room. But yeah, he sleeps during the day for us, and then he researches at night. He has been working on all of the daylilies in here in order to feed the animals. Unfortunately, we're just not going to be able to completely feed them, so we do have some hay grass actually being sown over here as well. Good, now we have the incendiary launcher. I'm trying to think who we could probably try and give that to. Or maybe we'll just hold on to it. I'm hoping we'll get a trader eventually. Nobody came by during the winter, so that we can get rid of just some junk in here. I mean, we have like all of the tribal wear that we just replaced, some cloth parkas, that double strand veil that we had purchased, just things that we need to get rid of. Oh, minor break risk. Okay, Stafford is upset because he's outside. I already know that without even looking. I had said this last time too. I was like, oh, we're not going to need more steel. Yeah, it's the same run. So, you're still in here. But yeah, I just said the last time, I was like, oh, we don't need any more steel. And then immediately, when we were trying to make all the guns, there's still more steel that we needed. So, unfortunately, that's just what we're working on. Oh, and apparently this Ibex ram was rotting. Okay. I don't know when that died. What killed you? Oh, a timber wolf. Okay. Who I believe has left the area. Trying to make sure there's no more predators. Just on purpose. You're not doing too bad. You still just have that old gunshot in your torso. So far, not bad. We did recently give you dog leather pants because we were attacked by some man-hunting. No, you're thinking of no, you're thinking of Critter. Critter's ring finger was shot off. Critter unfortunately did not survive. Critter is long since dead, and we unfortunately did have to leave him behind, so he's in a nice marble sarcophagus back in our last base. So he just couldn't take the weather, and he just froze to death. Starry was trying to patch him up at the time. Unfortunately, she just wasn't doing a good job of it, and Kylina had gone to work on a fire because Kylina was the only one that could do any kind of construction. So I went to go and make the fire. In the meantime, I put Starry to try and take care of Critter's fingers and toes that were all disintegrating, and he just died. There's nothing I could do about it. So, unfortunately, he was the second one in the colony to die. Knock on wood, we haven't had anybody so far that's kicked it. But for the most part, I think we're just waiting on moving to the next spot. So, not doing too bad. And apparently you're watching the sunset. Ooh, a new quest, Marauder Outpost. Okay. AJ Boss, Prime Counselor of the Wayne Peoples Nation, has sent us a message. Apparently outlanders based in a nearby camp have been raiding their caravans. It's controlled by the Notbo. He's asking us to destroy the camp, which means eliminating all enemies and turrets. It's a bandit camp guarded by 4 outlanders. A skill trainer for plants would be very useful. Or the triple rocket launcher. Let's see if we could... Oh, is he not going to tell us where it is? Seriously? Just says it's based in a nearby camp. Controlled by Notbo. I mean, it would be nice, especially for this value. Especially for the skill trainer for plants. We could always give it to Starry since she's been working on our plants, but unfortunately I don't think we'll be able to make it within 8 days. Considering we're trying to have as many plants as possible sown so that we can make survival meals so we can book it. So, okay. Who has been eating these meals? Okay, I ticked off survival meals. I think the animals for some reason are eating them, and I don't want them to. Okay. We are going to unsuspend the simple meals, at least just for now. Once we can get a whole bunch of the survival meals, we could take them with us, which would be nice. Unfortunately, up until that point, we're just gonna have to eat the simple meals. But we should have, hopefully, plenty of vegetation. Because we do have to have vegetation in order to do it. So right now we just have a bunch of muffalo meat. Oh good! Killing that muffalo gave us a lot of meat. Because what I want to do once we move to the next spot is I actually probably want to go ahead and call any of the animals that we'll have then, just so we could eat them. Since it'll be a while before we're fully set up in a new spot again. Okay. Let's see. John, are you awake? Okay, he's resting. Can I have you go this way? I know it's past the bear. But you'll be able to take Warwick and Valerie with you. But I would like you to shoot this muffalo as well. Thankfully everything is asleep, so it should be easier to shoot it. So we do have some unnamed colonists. So we have Starry, Eagle, Stafford, Sass, and the bear. If anybody would like to be any of those, let me know. We also have the donkeys and the muffalos, but I'm going to be honest, if you want to be those, they're probably not going to survive very long. Okay, how close are we? I don't want him too close, but I want him to be able to shoot this muffalo. Okay, can you shoot it from here? No. So can you go over here instead? Okay. Cool, see if you can get a shot off. Perfect. Can you get a second one? Okay, 19 hours. Go ahead and shoot him again. Just once more. Perfect. Alright. You are good. Go on back. I don't want him to go manhunter and kill him. But it'll die in 9 hours, and then we can eat more muffalo. We can also get these ibex does. I'm not as worried about it. But the meat from the muffalo is very useful, so... Stafford, why are you still out here? Go inside. He's so upset because he's outside. Okay. Oh, there's some rhinos. Alright. Huh, those would be nice. Oh, this one's 29 years old. This one's 33. That one's 27. Huh. I don't think I've ever actually seen rhinos out in the open. Okay. Oh, and there's a dead squirrel over here. Oh, the lynx got it. Okay. And I'm still waiting on this bone to deteriorate. It's got one more tick on it. I keep seeing it and I keep getting excited, like, ooh, there's an animal out there we can eat. No, it's just some bones. But okay. Great, so everybody went to sleep. Sass is over here working on some cleaning. We can do another research project. I don't think it'll get finished by the time we would leave. Because I kind of did want to do flak armor. Unfortunately, we need to do plate armor before that. So let's see if we can do that. And we'll see if Sass will go and take care of it. And we are also working on trying to train Warwick the Mega Sloth to haul. The Timber Wolf was our main hauler. Unfortunately, he did not. He's just gone. And then, yeah, Valerie cut the hive with his right claw, scratched the hive with his right claw, and bit the hive. So he was actually very integral for us. So we absolutely are going to keep him for as long as possible. So we do actually have a whole bunch of insect meat, so instead of us eating it and being sad about it, we've actually been eating all the jelly instead. We're turning it into kibble for the Mega Sloth to eat. And potentially, if it gets bad enough, we will give it to the donkey and the muffalo over here. But it says now we have a nutrition growth of 1.92. I don't know if that's really going to be enough for them. I'm hoping that's going to keep them going through the summer. If not, since now we have all this steel, we could probably potentially just extend this over through here, up to the next outcropping. Unfortunately, any enemies would be able to use it to their advantage, so I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. I do for sure want to try and sneak into here. Unfortunately, the last time we tried to do that, we lost 2 colonists, so I'm really trying to avoid it. But, especially if we have all of the guns by then, I think we should be okay. I would like to try and do a sniper rifle at some point, but that's going to be quite a while before we can research that. We would have to purchase it, I think. Okay, Sass is going to go and eat. Okay. Oh, why do you have a sandstone chunk? Can I have you actually go over here and drop that out of your inventory? I don't know why you have that. Yeah, get rid of that. I don't know what you're doing with that. Okay. Oh, and for some reason John has fecal sludge in his inventory too. Whoops! And Starry has 584 silver. Can you drop that for me? I think I had her grab it at one point and she just never has put it down, so... Good, we have more silver, I guess. And then John has 8 kibble. I can make him eat it. I'm not gonna make him eat it. He'll be very upset. Okay, so now Eagle wakes up, goes to take care of her morning ritual. And then we still have the horseshoe pit over here. Apparently it's just fun to do that over in the heel route. Okay, death in 3 hours, so we'll be able to take in this Muffalo. Maybe the game will be nice and give us a couple more. I would love to do the rhinos, but I'm pretty sure that they would attack us immediately. Let's see. Growth. Pain shock threshold. Okay, revenge chance on harm. Okay, so it's about the same as the Muffalo is. Still would not recommend it because you will absolutely get decimated by them. Because how much damage do they do? Yeah, they do 5.48 damage for melee. And their pain shock threshold is at 80%, so they're tanks. Would be nice to have one, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Okay. For some reason, there's a lot of boomalopes, too. I thought I allowed that. Somebody will eventually go and take it, and maybe we'll burn it. The bear is over here. Unfortunately, it is not blocked by fences, so it'll absolutely come in here to eat some of our vegetation, but that's okay as long as it's not attacking us. And then I did try and have John attempt to tame the grizzly bear, but it's only at a 13% versus a 30% chance of getting attacked by it, so it wasn't worth it. Okay. So Sass has gone to bed over here. John is working on some more of the... Oh, he put down the kibble. Why? But he's working on some more of the weaponry. I'm going to have him go over here to drop the fecal sludge. Don't know why he dropped the kibble. Actually, you know what? You could just drop it there. Okay, you're all good, John. Eventually, I think Valerie the bear will end up taking it in for us, so... So Starry is now cooking some more meals for us. We did lose quite a few of them recently because John, unfortunately, is a gourmand. So whenever he has I guess just a want to eat, he goes and just eats through all of our meals. He doesn't actually have like a mental break or anything. He just eats them all, just cause. So... Alright, we have the 2 of them out here who are mining out some more steel. This should be enough for some more weaponry. Maybe we could try and make some plate armor for them. It'll make them slower, but I'd rather not lose any more people. We've already lost 2 colonists, and this is on strive to survive for Randy Random, and it's on permanent death, so can't reset. Whoever dies, dies. So. John, why can't you make more? Why are you... You need material. What material do you need? Let's see. Oh, now we need components. Okay. Let's take a look and let's see. Do have a little bit over here. So let's set our miners to go over here. Eagles should go and... Oh, area revealed. Oh, really? You spooked me for that? That's what we're worried about? Okay. Alright, Kylina's gonna go work on the compacted machinery. Okay, now this Muffalo is dead. So Starry should eventually go and grab that to butcher it. And then if we need more compacted machinery, there's more here. Okay. Stafford's also heading over there. Eventually the bears should come over here and grab all of this for us. I really don't want to send people to go and grab it. A little bit too much of a hassle. And the grizzly bear is wandering. I wonder if they're the ones that have been eating all the packaged survival meals. Oh yeah, he's gonna go and haul that fecal sludge. Good, good. Okay, Eagle is working on the daylilies again. Good, because the animals keep eating it. So I'm okay with that. Oh, and here comes Warwick. He's probably coming to eat a couple of them as well. And Stafford has a minor break risk. It's because he's outdoors. So underground or outdoors, awful bedroom, and long outdoors. And he's, for some reason, ate without a table. Despite the fact that we have 2 tables. Okay. Good. Okay, John, I know you're cleaning, but can you refill the water for us? I do have the hygiene mod. I thought it would be fun. So we have a little well. And unfortunately the bear will not haul that in. And I don't want them all using the same bathroom and getting sad. Oh, Starry, you're cooking simple meals with vegetables? I'd really rather you not. So can you redo that? And it says you need material, but now we have packaged survival meal. Okay, vegetarian meat. Let's try packaged survival meal just one. Do until you have 10. Let's see if we can get her to do that instead. No. Okay, so she's gonna go and butcher that. Oh, because we have no meat. That's why. Yeah, if she goes and butchers the Muffalo, that should be enough then. Okay, good. Now John is going to go and make that bolt-action rifle for us. So he's gonna go and grab all of the steel and grab these components. Okay, good. There's one more piece. Stafford, do you want to go? Oh, apparently he's harvesting. Are you great at that? Not really. Can you have that as a much lower priority? He is very useless. I'd rather him just go around and haul and clean things. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, let's switch this. So, 1 for that. Sure, you can grow things, that's fine, but I don't want you cutting any plants. Okay? Especially because we do have Starry and Eagle who are going around and growing everything for them. And their plant cutting is, like, perfect. So I'd rather them just deal with it. I think Kylina's also pretty decent at it. Good, now he's gonna go around and clean instead. So he's our permanent cleaner guy. Good. Okay. Now Colleen is also working on cleaning. Okay, there is some more compacted machinery right there. We'll have to see how much... Oh, apparently Warwick is a filth-producing animal. I didn't know Warwick was that filthy. Okay, so he is eating the simple meals. I'm okay with the simple meals, just don't eat the packaged survival meals. So let's disallow that, and we'll see if the animals will follow. Good, Valerie is hauling some sandstone chunks for us. There's a couple more that do need hauled away. Oh, Kylina's going for a walk. Good. I did have to move. I had set traps here. Unfortunately, that's where they walk in order to get back into the house. They kept setting them off. The Timberwolf ended up hitting it at one point, and then Eagle ended up hitting it at one point. Stafford, why are you going after Eagle now? Stop it. Rebuffed by Eagle. Just stop, man. Just stop. Nobody likes you. He's a nervous, useless miner, and he just keeps hitting on anybody in the colony that he possibly can. Okay, Starry and Eagle are talking to each other. Chatted about maple trees. Starry made a comment about favorite clothes to Eagle. What? Starry and Eagle chatted about pemmican. Agreed? Question mark? Okay. She's going to go and butcher... Oh, you never went to... Oh, I guess she never went to go butcher that muffalo. Okay. So what else is out here then? A whole bunch of these rams. Pretty desperately low on meat. I don't want these guys using the pemmican for now. So really all we're left with is insect meat, which is only for the kibble. You know what? I think... Oh, actually we can set people to start grabbing some of these bolt-action rifles, too. Sass, can you go and do that real quick? Okay, and then we should only need, I think, 2 more? 3 more? Yeah, Stafford, Eagle, and Starry. And John is working on that one. I think I want him to continue to work on... whatchamacallit? Continue to work on the guns before I send him out to go hunting. Like, fully. Okay. Where is... It's under production? There's a shelf. Furniture? Shelf? Shelf? Somebody's fast. Yeah, here we go. Shelf. We'll place that there, and then I want them to start storing the incendiary launcher there, and then some of these recurve bows. All the other ones I don't really care about. If we get a trader that comes by that'll take them, I think I'd like to sell them. But... Cool. Good, so she's bringing in this muffalo. And I did end up putting in the steel tile. It adds some cleanliness. It's not as amazing as sterile tile, but it still kind of helps. Wow, that's a lot of meat. Thanks, Muffalo, for your service. Okay, so now Starry's gonna go to bed. Oh, Eagle is researching. Shouldn't she be asleep? Oh, I guess she slept in today or something. Oh, there she goes. Okay. Good. So now Sass is going to go and research instead. I don't know why they're not sewing around this tree. Should set these trees to be chopped. So Starry should go out and do that eventually, or potentially Eagle. Let's take a look at what's outside and let's see if anything died recently. So we could take the meat. Let's see. Anything. There's some berries that we've left outside, but that's okay. I have been sending people out to just go and randomly harvest anything that's nearby. Which we could do to these ones, because they're close. And these ones too. Because Starry, when she's making her meal, she will go out and go and grab them. So she should start working on some of the packaged survival meals. I'd rather us just eat those for the next couple of months. Okay. That Ibex one is over there, rotting. Okay, and they're all asleep. Okay, so nothing. See, I would have them go through and start grabbing more steel or more wood or what have you. I really don't feel like carrying it. I feel like that's just kind of a waste when wherever we're going is going to have some more of it anyway. So why would we waste the space when instead we could take the really nice steel billiards table? So what I am going to start doing over the next season-ish, because we're already at the 10th of spring, is anything that we don't need, such as like the steel dressers, I'm just going to start deconstructing them. They're going to be sad because their bedrooms are going to be terrible, but I want there to be as little as possible so that we can make sure that everything that we actually need is going to be taken, as opposed to everything being taken and the important stuff being left behind. Oh, a transport pod has crashed. Okay. A hideaway named Kago is crashing in. If she survives, she will be badly wounded. She's from the Barluca Treaty. If you rescue her, she may join freely. Otherwise, she will return home and spread goodwill between your factions. Huh. Let's see. So she's a hideaway. Ooh, she's young. Oh, and she's a wimp and she's ugly. Okay. So pretty much she only has crafting ability and intellectual, so she's not great. So what I will do is we do actually have another bedroll. Can we have that installed here? Yeah, because we really don't have any other rooms that we could toss her in for now. Sass, can you really quickly go and do that? And then can I... Actually, you're a better doctor, so never mind. Can I send you over there to go and rescue? No. Okay. How many hours until she dies? Oh, she only has a crack in her rib cage. Oh, because she's a wimp. Sass, can you go and haul that really quick? Her pain threshold is going to be terrible, so that's why. So go ahead and haul that over. Okay. Now let's set it as medical, and then Sass, can you go and rescue her? So let's go grab her. So then, no, if she's a wimp, then I really don't want her. Oh, apparently she was charmed by some colonists, ate without a table, ratty apparel, insulted by colonists. Is that us? Oh, she has a son and she has grandsons? Oh, you know what? I think she might have visited us before. In the very first colony. Because she knows us. She knows Kylina and she knows Starry. But she doesn't know John, she doesn't know Eagle, Stafford, Sass, so it's the only thing that makes any sense. Huh. So we must have seen you before. Okay, we will save you. Please don't join us. I don't need another wimp, please. Anything but. Okay. How are we doing on research? Okay. Not too bad. That might also be how we get the war masks, because Starry's is falling apart. I do want her to continue to have that just so her pain threshold is up. Okay. Good, things are growing. It's gonna be quite a while before we can get them. We might be able to do rice. I think we might be able to do 2 rounds of rice before we leave, which would be nice. Good, we can harvest a little bit of the rice now. Okay. Somebody will go and grab it. The corn, however, is going to take forever, so I am going to mark that to no longer sow. The strawberry plants take about 5 days. We should be able to get one more harvest out of it. The potato plants are 5.8. That's on the cusp. Heel root is 7 days. We won't be able to do that. Okay. And haygrass. Haygrass is also 7 days. Okay. I don't want them to waste their time going and getting and making these crops if we're not even going to be here. So. Did anybody help her? Sass, can you tend to her? It's fine. She can have one of the herbal meds for the crack on her rib cage. Oh, apparently extremely low expectations. Aw, thanks. But thankfully she is quite comfortable. There we go. So eventually she should be able to get up and leave. So good. Okay, everybody is up. Sass has gone to bed. Stafford is cleaning. Eagle is working on that shelf for us. I'm sorry, Kago, it's going to be right over your head. And John's working. Helena is cleaning. And Starry is cooking some meals for us. Good. She should also go out there eventually to go and grab those couple of things of rice. We might be able to start making some survival meals. Oh, Valerie and Warwick are wandering. They have nothing to do because John's working. I have them set to follow him whenever he's hunting or anything like that. Unfortunately, he's just not. Well, apparently she's okay with being woken up, so. And apparently likes the spacious interior. Can we feed her? No, not yet. Okay. Oh, no longer incapable of walking. Does that mean you're gonna leave, or...? No, guess not. Guess she's staying. Okay, John's almost finished with another bolt-action rifle. I think we'll give that one to Starry. She is a really good shot. Cramped interior. Sorry. So we'll have to remember we have to make the next kitchen a little bit bigger for her. Otherwise she's just going to be very sad about it. Apparently going into the freezer doesn't fix that. Oh yeah, it does. There we go. Now she's going to be sad again. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Starry. Kylena's gonna go and feed Kago. Oh, unsightly environment. Dull hospital. Thankfully, she's still okay with the charmed people, so. I do have hospitality mod in here. I did set it where nobody will ask to join until we have extra beds. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to make extra beds, so we're just gonna leave it as is. Okay, Eagle is sad because she ate without a table. Why did you eat without a table? And then wherever we go next, I have to get her an impressive bedroom. I cannot deal with this permanent -6. Same thing with the minor pain. There's nothing we could do about the stab scar. I could get her a pain stopper. I just don't know if that would really be useful in the long run for her. Good, Valerie is taking out some of this junk. Okay. I mean, it seems like we're feeding them pretty okay, so... Everybody seems to be eating. Okay, that's the male donkey, that's the female donkey. Okay, late stage pregnancy. Muffalo's at middle stage. So we should have another donkey here pretty soon. I would set for some more donkeys for us to ride, but I don't think we'd be able to keep all of them. I think there's just the one more. I don't think we have enough vegetation for them either. Okay. Okay, Starry's making kibble. Can you actually... Okay. I guess she won't do the packaged survival meal just yet. See, it says requires 0 nutrition and requires 0 nutrition. What if we should just set for more pemmican? Let's see. Doesn't taste amazing, but lasts a long time without refrigeration. Whereas the survival meals... Let's see. What did that say? Much of the ingredients are wasted in the preservation process. So I'm wondering if it would be more worthwhile to instead just make a crap ton of pemmican. Which is whatever we got. Let's try to do until you have... I guess 900, and we'll go from there. $900. And then we'll temporarily suspend the survival meals. I mean, on the bright side, she's only using insect meat for kibble. Which is really only being used for training Warwick for the most part. He has not gotten rescue again yet. John, can I have you train Warwick real quick? He did have it originally trained, but because we were in winter, I didn't have enough vegetation for him, so we weren't able to continue training him because he refuses to eat meat. Let's see how he does. Nope, failed. Well, better than nothing, I guess. Okay. Kylina's talking with Stafford. And is also washing Kago. Okay, are you leaving yet? A little bit of pain. Okay, without table. Doll Hospital, Ratty Apparel. We can't do anything about your apparel. I mean, I guess we could give you a new t-shirt. Could give you tribal wear. Okay, Minor Pain. Insulted by colonists. It's actually old. Charmed. Charmed. Spacious. Quite comfortable. Squeaky clean. Good, so she's happy. Okay, John, have you finished any... Oh, good, there is another one over here. Starry, can I have you take that? And then, whatever happened to the... Okay. Eagle and Kylina are playing billiards. Eagle, can I have you haul that revolver for us? Oh, I guess she's just gonna haul a whole bunch of things for us. Thank you. Okay, Starry and Stafford are having a talk. Oh, Stafford and Eagle chatted about food. Starry commented about eating habits to Stafford. Stafford and Kylina chatted about entertainment. Good, but everybody's gonna come over here and spend some time. Oh, new lovers! Sass courted Eagle by joking about savory foods. Eagle became aroused and agreed to become Sass's lover. They now want to sleep together. Consider assigning them a double bed. Huh! Okay. Ha 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 ha. Let's uninstall that. Eagle, can I have you take care of that? Oh, they already have their own room. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? Instead, let's cancel that. And then let's deconstruct that. I forgot I had given her a double bed anyway. Good, so now this will just be a research room. So now we can actually redo this as a back exit for people to go through. Good, so the two of them will sleep together in here. Thankfully, Sass is actually a night owl, so he doesn't mind darkness. And then Eagle is an undergrounder, so she also doesn't mind darkness. Good, so we'll have the two of them together. So I guess that means we're gonna have to make another bedroll, which we do have to take count and make sure that we have enough for everybody. So actually I think we just need one more double bedroll and then we have an extra one. Actually an extra two, don't we? Yeah, because these two are still using theirs. Okay. So let's make a double bedroll out of Mega Sloth wool. We will place it in here. And then once it's done, we'll just... this one's awful, so let's just get rid of that. How's this one? This one's good. Stafford's is normal. And Kylina's is poor. Let's have hers deconstructed and we can give her the plain leather good one instead. Good. Okay, that's nice. I wonder if I should make Eagle also a night owl and put her on the same schedule. Let's do that. Okay. So she'll be upset for a little bit just sleeping. Oh, never mind. I guess she's going to go and work on things. Cool. That's kind of nice. I guess the way to woo someone is to joke about savory foods and become aroused. Okay. Okay, so eventually these two will probably get married at some point. Hopefully. Oh, and then the two of them are getting some lovin'. Okay. Good, so now we just have an extra room. I'll take that. Okay, Sass is going to go back to research. Good, and then we can uninstall that. Cool, nifty. Actually, are these... I've been wondering, are these urns like really helping? Not really. Not really in here either. Apparently they don't like the sink being in here. Apparently the dining chair actually gives a beauty buff. I'll have to remember that. Since we should be able to get rid of some of these wooden stools now. We originally were keeping them because Kylina actually could not make dining chairs because her construction was too low. She actually was not our original constructor. What ended up happening was it was Critter, and once Critter died, obviously we didn't have anybody, so we just had to train her in it. She only had a 2 in construction, but she was the only one that could. Starry flat out refused. And then John joined us a little bit after, so... And then we needed a constructor, so we got Eagle. And then Stafford unfortunately joined us, to our dismay. I suppose we can uninstall some of these. Save us a little bit of space. I think if we don't have anybody come by that will purchase all of these weapons, I think what we'll do is we'll probably just leave them behind. Like, what am I going to do with a 43% steel knife? Nobody needs it. Nobody wants it. Okay, are you leaving yet? Oh, that bedroll is also good. Okay, Eagle's gonna go on. Ooh, fire! Oh, what caught on fire? Oh, it's just a plant outside. It's fine. No, you don't have to worry about firefighting. It's raining. Alright, you know what? If you really want to, you are more than welcome to. There she goes. Now she's gonna go and install the battery instead. Okay. Let's see. I don't see any dead animals. We do definitely need some meat again. We only have 3 meat right now. But we also have 50 meals. And we have some kibble. I think if we end up not using all of the insect meat, I think I just want to leave it here. Oh good, she's healed and she is leaving. Perfect. Let's set this to also be deconstructed. Good, now she has no health conditions. Goodbye, it was good to see you. It's been a while since we've seen you, I guess. Good, now we have a couple more spots. Let's deconstruct these urns then. Not really helping us. Just so I can keep track of like what we need and what we don't. Okay, everybody's waking up for the day. Eagle and Sass should now be going to sleep here pretty soon. Sass, go and fulfill your recreation. Go get some lovin'. Go. Oh, she's griming, soaking wet, hungry, drowsy. I mean, now you're sleeping. You're fine. Okay, John is trying to train Warwick again. Come on, I believe in you. Come on! Warwick does not give a shit. He just keeps walking away. Come on. Nope, failed. Well. Okay, I guess he's gonna go back to making the bolt-action rifle, which is fine. Just have a couple more. And I think after that we will dismantle the machining table. Actually, we can uninstall it. Could keep it. How heavy is it? 20 kilograms. I don't know if we could have anything really carry it. We'll see. We'll see. Good, and the wind turbine is doing well. Okay, that's a poor one. Another poor one. Normal and... Okay, you're normal. Good. Normal. Good. Okay. Steel table is normal. Wooden table is normal. This chair is good. This chair is awful. Let's get rid of that. The steel dining chair is good. Oh good, Valerie has been trained again for hauling. And is immediately going to go and haul some steel for us. Good. Oh, that was close. Oh good, and we got relations with the Barluca Treaty have changed from 17 to 30. Because Kago left. Good. So now they like us. How are the rest of them doing? The Wayne People's Nation really doesn't like us very much. Kind of wondering if we can get the Alliance and Notbo to be happy with us. Oh good, another bolt-action rifle. Stafford, can you go and pick that up now? And then now we just need one for Eagle. Perfect, this was easier than trading for them because nobody's been by to trade with us anyway. Okay, let's start deconstructing some of the things in the bedrooms. Can deconstruct the heaters because it's getting warmer outside. Oh, and set this one also to deconstruct. I don't really care about the vents. It's mainly just like the actual physical items. Oops, fire. Oh no. And the rain stopped. Are you guys gonna go take care of that? Okay, Kylina's heading over. John's working on that, and Starry's heading over. And Stafford's heading over. Okay. John, you're like right there. Can you do that one? You guys are literally right there. Okay, perfect. Don't think there was any others nearby, right? Nope. Cool, they're all out. There's one over here, but this should be enough of a fire break that we shouldn't get anywhere near it. But we'll see. We shall see. Okay. I kind of want to tame that other donkey so that we'll be even faster. Yeah, we should have plenty of food for it to eat in here. Everybody keeps putting more daylilies in here. Oh good, and the ambrosia fruit is ready. Let's set that to be harvested. Okay, and then we need somebody to come in and harvest this rice. The problem is these daylilies, as everybody keeps going over here and re-sowing them. Let's disallow sowing for now. I think they're fine. At least for a little while. Okay, so people should head over here and start clearing these. Good. And Sass is researching. Okay, are we almost done, John? What are you... Oh, he's hauling more steel over. Oh, good. And Eagle is dismantling a couple of things that we're just not going to need. We could probably also get rid of this lamp. It's just in the dining room. We'll keep that one. I wonder if we deconstruct the jade wall if we'll get enough jade. Let's try it. She's just not going to have a wall for a little bit. That's okay. Oh, good. Stafford is burning some things. Can you add a little bit more? Yeah, just do it a couple of times. Oh, and now he has a minor break risk. Oh, because he's been rebuffed by Eagle and Starry. Eagle is now a taken woman. Please leave her alone. Why does he do these things? Okay. Valerie is pulling out some steel for us. Thank you. And Starry, it looks like, is making some kibble. Okay, Eagle is still deconstructing a couple of things that I had set. John, did you make that last gun? Is that done? No, it's not. I guess he just abandoned it and the bear took the steel that he was using. Okay, so we'll just have to wait. So actually, if we wanted to, we could have all these sandstone blocks taken with us, considering that we always need blocks while we wait for steel for some of the walls again. Oh, Eagle is going for a walk. And Sass is stargazing. And Stafford is relaxing socially. Now it's dark in here. Kylina's eating. And John's playing billiards. Okay, now he's gonna work on the bolt-action rifle for some reason. Now I have hiccups. Oh, Stafford's cleaning dirt. I was like, what is he doing? Okay. John is trying to work on that rifle. And then let's install that. Kylina, can you go and... Oh, I guess Eagle's gonna do it. Just so she'll have somewhere to sleep again. Can you please not sleep outside on the trap? What? Like, what? Okay. So let's set, assign, and then are you gonna get up? No, I'm gonna force you awake. Get out of there. Sleeping on a wooden trap outside. And we'll just leave all the spike traps here. Because I'd hate for us to be leaving. And then that day get a raid. And then us have to deal with it. Okay, good. Everybody's going to sleep. Sass is working on some more of the research. He's actually almost done. So I guess after that, maybe we could work on flak armor. I thought he was going to be done with it by the time that we went to go and leave, but... we need microelectronics in order to have medicine production. Well, we could do fire foam instead, or a solar panel. Or Or hydroponics. Hydroponics would be very useful for crops. Unfortunately, it does need constant power, otherwise it will absolutely die. And then it's kind of a waste. Okay. Shoot, that was not enough jade. Well, let's build a random wooden wall for you guys. John is just carrying things? Go to sleep. What are you doing? Okay, Eagle's going to apparently going harvest everything. Sass, can I actually set you? Yeah, I think once the plate armor is done, we could do flak armor the next time that we're at the next place. And instead have him working on the crops just so we can make sure that we get all of them before we leave. Okay, are you still upset about your bedroom? Oh, spacious interior. Yep, awful bedroom. Sorry. I mean, I don't think the camel hide and the steel in here is very, glitzy, but you know. Good, we're harvesting the ambrosia. So if anybody's near a mental break, we can have them eat that. Okay, now everybody's upset because I slept in the cold. You guys are so picky. Just deal with the cold. It's gonna get hot. Okay, Eagle's going to eat over here in the dining room in the dark. But that's okay. We could probably deconstruct their dresser here. They do have an excellent steel end table, though. How much? 5 kilograms. That one's just normal. That one's good. A lot of these are just normal or good, but this one's excellent. Let's uninstall and keep that one. Your double bed is normal, and this one's also normal. We could take the research bench with us. It is quite heavy, though. When in actuality, we could take the stove instead. I think I'd rather take the stove and the steel billiards table over the beds. Whoa, steel billiards table is 60 kilograms! Okay. I think that's one whole muffalo. Okay, deconstruct. 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 Good, now we have plate armor. Okay. So can you go out and start working on, on harvesting some of the plants for us? The butcher table we could always get rid of. It's not worth it for 20 kilograms when it's just made out of wood. Okay. Oh, the lynx is hurt. Oh, it killed an ibex ram. Okay. We shall eat that. So all you have is a bruise on your front right leg and a bite scar. Don't think it's going down anytime soon. Okay. Let's set for some of these guys to get hunted. So John should take care of that after the last gun is made. Nope, and Warwick is going outside to consume some brambles. Delicious. Okay, we can deconstruct that. And deconstruct that. Oh! Oh no. Is it all of them? Okay, some sort of psychic wave has swept over the landscape. Your colonists are okay, but it seems many of the ibexes in the area have been driven insane. Oh, how many? Ooh, 4 of them. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I need all the animals in the animal no spot. And I need everybody to immediately all stand here. Just so we can make sure that everybody's inside. And we're gonna wait for those things to come hit the traps. Okay, so don't allow. And come on, Sass. Okay, and the Muffalo should be okay. And disallow. Okay. That's what we're doing. Undraft. Animals, I need you to stay in the animal no spot just for a minute. Ooh, yeah, they immediately showed up. I mean, great, because we could use the meat. We're gonna be stuck inside for a little bit. Thought there was 4. 1, 2, 3. Where's this one? 2, 3. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Alright, so we have 3 to the south and 1 to the north. It should be blocked by fences, but hypothetically if it goes over here, it should be fine. Come on. Okay, so there's 1. Come on, 3 more. 3, 3, 3. Maybe if there's like 1 left, we'll send everybody out there. John hypothetically has to finish the last gun. So that, I think Eagle can take it? Yeah, Eagle. Come on, 3 more. Come on. I guess it was just the rams, none of the does. So I guess what that means is we could hunt some of the does after this. Come on, you can do it. Just down right here. No, okay. I would try and kite them, but I don't trust it. Rather, everybody just stay inside. Come on. At least it was only 5 and it wasn't all of them. Oh, they're upset because Kylino walked in here. That's fine. It's a good plant pot. Not too worried about it. She's bored and has nothing to do. Come on, one of you guys. Hit the trap. Are you going? Are you gonna hit it? Damn it! Come on, one of you. Okay, and that one is still over here. At the rate this is going, they're just gonna stop being Manhunter before they die. Okay. Somebody's fast out there. Come on, one of you. Come on, we gotta get these crops. We have so many traps. Why aren't you guys triggering these traps? You're just being rude. Actually, they are blocked by fences, aren't they? Hey, John. Can I have you? Let's see. Blocked by fences, yes. The steel barricades are technically... Oh, the donkey has given birth. Congratulations, donkey. Can I send you here? Oh, Stafford, I don't know why you're going there. Starry also is. Oh, and so is Kylina. Can you stand here in case something goes wrong? We'll let those two sleep. It's not going to be an issue. If I have them shoot at them, will they come up to the traps, you think? Oh, he's trying to destroy the fence. Okay. Okay, so there's one. So we have two left. Let's see if we can get them to come around. Oh, okay, so that one's good. So we just have one more. Alright. Because this is going to be too annoying to wait for one. Come on, hit the trap. Oh, are you kidding me? Can I have you guys plant over here? Come on, any of you. Stafford, go over here. Okay. There we go, now it's down. Perfect. Okay. You guys can undraft. John, can you hurry up and hunt him and kill him off? There we go. Cool, so that other one is all set. Alright, you guys are all free to be free. Kylina, you're good. Thanks for showing up. Okay, and then we can re-allow that. This is a very rainy spring. Good, now we'll have meat. Okay. I don't think we'll be able to get enough strawberries in time. Definitely won't be able to get enough cotton in time. And not potatoes. Okay. So after these ones are done, we will just have them re-sow all of the rice. Oh, Stafford has a major break risk. Why? Disturbed sleep, outdoors, soaking wet, ate without table, outdoors, slept in the cold, unsightly environment, and rebuffed by everybody. Just stop hitting on people, man. Can I have you go and eat some ambrosia? Think that'll help make you happy? Oh, actually eat this one because it's outside. Okay, uninstall and uninstall. Actually, we could probably move. Yeah, let's do that. This stockpile zone, we're gonna move it into here. Okay, copy settings and paste settings. Eagle, can you uninstall that really quick before you go to the bathroom? Just so I can expand it more. There we go. Just have everything sitting there for now. So actually we can delete that zone and make everybody move everything down there. Good, and Starry's cooking for us. Oh, Kylina's upset. Soaking wet, disturbed sleep. Can you actually butcher and help her out with a couple more of these ibex rams? Alright, John, how's this last gun coming? Can you just work on it? It's got 30 ticks left, and then we can uninstall that. We're getting there, somehow. We're gonna go so far. All of these colonists are totally going to survive. Yeah, if anybody wants to be any of the characters, or any of the animals that aren't already named John, Kylina, or Warwick, let me know. Og is exempt, because he was previously a donkey that we lost. Sorry, Og. Okay, so we can uninstall that. And we can actually deconstruct this tool cabinet. We really don't need it. I'm not as fussed about that. We can make another one of those. Oh, good. So, Eagle, go and pick up this last bolt-action rifle. And then we'll keep the incendiary launcher for any time that there's an infestation or we just need something to kill lots of people. Okay, John's upset because everybody's waking him up. I don't know why you're asleep at 8 o'clock at night when the whole colony is still wandering. Okay, minor break risk. It's just Kylena's because she's wet. Yeah, soaking wet. Oh, and the donkey is pregnant again. Good job, donkey. So now we have the baby donkey, and we should have another donkey. Hopefully it'll be born before we go to leave. If it's not, that's fine. And then we'll just eat it while it's pregnant. That sounds so terrible. I suppose we could slaughter this donkey. It's not gonna grow very quick, right? What's the... let's see. How many days until adulthood? Growth interval is 3 days. Life expectancy is 24 years old. Filth rate. Right now you only have 39 meat. It's really not enough. Yeah, because until they're an adult, we can't even ride them. Oh, but they can carry 21. Might be useful to keep then. Let's see. Growth time is 0 years. Okay. Cool. We'll keep the donkey for now, because she can carry, I guess, the machining table. If for some reason it looks like garbage, what the heck is wrong with it? Oh, that's right. We can unrestrict these guys. I forgot about that. Yeah, look at that. Why is it all stretched? It looks so stupid. Alright, thanks Valerie for taking that over. Yeah, if anybody wants to be the bear, Starry, Eagle, Stafford, or Sass, let me know. Or can you? No. Unfortunately cannot haul just yet. And then I'm not worried about these animal beds. So we shall have those deconstructed. Major break risk. Kylena is upset because darkness, hungry. Oh, she went to go grab that other ibex from before. Ah, but now she won't be wet, so she'll be okay. Nope, still a major break risk. If she's really bad, I'll send her to go and grab some ambrosia, so... Okay, colonist needs treatment. Stafford has his asthma. And Kylena is still upset. Can you go and eat? I had her... Okay, Starry and John are getting it on. Good. Okay, Eagle's gonna go and harvest the rice. Sass is also helping. Thank you. Sass, can you go and tend to Stafford? Don't wash him. He's a child. He can get up. Okay, we'll uninstall these. Nobody's coming to trade with us for some reason. Eagle's gonna take care of that. Okay, I wanted the launcher here in this shelf, but for some reason they're putting all the crud. So we're just gonna have to make watch that we don't take any of these cruddy bows with us, now that we don't need it. Or the steel gladius. Okay, Sass is done with that. Eagle, can you refuel the stove for Starry? She won't do it. Okay, we'll keep that steel table there so everybody can eat there. Good, and she already fixed the steel barricade that doe tried to ram down. Okay, looks like there's a little bit of fire. That one shouldn't reach. That might get the ambrosia, if anything. The one to the south should burn out. This one's the one to worry about. We'll monitor and we'll see. Oh good, John and Eagle are exchanging some words. Eagle talked about poker with John. Okay, I don't think this will spread too quickly. I think this batch should probably go that way, so we just gotta watch on this one. John, why are you up? It's 3 a.m. Oh, that's right, you were asleep at 8 o'clock in the evening. Can I reset you, John, to go and hunt for us? Now that we have no crafting to do. So 3 and then 4. Okay. So he should go hunting. And then should take the animals with him. I don't know why they're not coming with him. Okay, I'm worried about this. Oh, and their components are over there. Well, it's only 4. Can I set you guys to go grab these? Okay, an animal bed is no longer assigned to Valerie. That's fine. I'm just gonna deconstruct some stuff. Oh, and I hear John shooting. Oh, and an animal bed is no longer assigned to Warwick. Perfect. Sorry, Warwick. Please don't shoot this boomalope. It will explode. We already have fire to contend with. Hopefully it'll rain again. I don't know if this is enough of a break for things not to catch fire. I think it's 3 tiles if I remember right. Okay. Good, everybody is waking up for the most part. Sass is playing billiards. Okay, and when Starry gets up, she can actually work on the meals again. John's going for a walk. Did you kill that one? Oh, it looks like it's bleeding. Okay, so death in 18 hours. Where are your animals? Oh, they're heading back. Why are you wandering over there? Okay, now they have to go all the way back. That's stupid. Oh good, Valerie is hauling some things for us. I need a trader. I need to sell all of this random crud that we have and just take the silver with us. That's what I want. Like, we don't need the 22 wolf skin that came from our timber wolf type of thing. I just need it all really gone. Oh, Sass and Eagle are getting it on, yeah! Good, that's gonna make them happy. Okay, and they're chilly and in serious pain. Okay, John is still hunting. Kylina is still upset. She doesn't have any buffs right now like the rest of them do. Disturbed sleep, awful bedroom, slept in the cold. Oh, and Stafford is also upset. Because he's rebuffed by everybody, so that's automatically a -10. I just can't believe it. Okay, and the animals are eating through all of this. So we will allow them to sow it again. Still watching this. Hoping it'll start raining again. Is it just... there's enough cover. It should hit. Good, he got one of those. Let's get this one as well. Thanks, John. Starry, where are you? Oh, she's making pemmican. Okay. Oh, how did this squirrel get in here? Oh, it's not blocked by fences. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Make some bulk pemmican. Wonder if we should set it for more pemmican. It's gonna take her quite a while to make it anyway. So for 4 of them, it takes 40. Right? Or is that by 10? Let's see what she takes. Trying to see what would be easier. Okay, so now she has 64. So actually the pemmican is better. So we'll keep with the pemmican. Okay. Kylina's gonna go and clean. Stafford is cleaning the animal filth over here. I really don't care about the cleanliness over there. Okay. This fire is getting closer. I'd hate to lose all the crops. Can we expand this to be part of the home area? Set everybody over there to go and deal with it. Okay, Kylina's going. Starry, can you also go? I don't care about this section, and I don't care about this section. It should go that way. Just worried about this one. Too bad we can't do fire foam. Should have that research next, I think. You keep saying this, but just everything needs to be researched, regardless of next or not. Oh, a meteorite of granite. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, shoot. Are you serious? You were so lucky that you didn't hit one of the fucking animals. Eagle, I hate to do this to you, but can you wake up and can you go and take care of this? Because everybody's gonna start. Yep, there they go. There they go. They're all leaving. Okay, good. Alright, now we can clear that as a home area. Donkey's loose. What are the freaking chances? At least the animals aren't dead. Oh, I guess it's just gonna be roofed in. That's okay. Okay. John, can you rope that donkey? Bring him back in. I think that's the pregnant one too. Yeah. What are the chances? I mean, thanks for the granite, Randy? Thanks for taking out the wall? Okay. Okay, we have a couple more things we can harvest. Good. Hopefully this should make us plenty of bulk pemmican. And we might be able to make some kibble as well. Kylina's still upset. Oh, disturbed sleep. Oh, she likes the spacious interior. Can I have you eat a piece of ambrosia, just so you're a little happier? Corral the fire to go down. Thankfully, none of this should go in here, just because it's walled off. Okay, so we should be able to get one more harvest of rice before we leave, but that's about it. Kylina, can I have you butcher for a little bit? Cleaning is great and all, but we can make Stafford do that. Because he's kind of useless otherwise. He can't do too much. Okay, does anybody else have random crud in their inventories? No, it looks like we're good. Everybody pretty much just has some random pemmican. Thankfully that will not go bad, so should be okay. Okay, how are you doing, John? How did that thing not catch on fire? Can you just set it into the fire so it burns? You're gonna shoot through the fire. I don't think that's wise. I really don't. Oh, Valerie just ate something. Oh, ate a squirrel. I mean, delicious? Oh, yep, ate the whole thing. Did you even hit this one? No. Okay. Good, now the fire's all going that way. So we should be okay. I have lost many a colony to fire, so I take it very seriously when I see it. Oh, Starry is stargazing by laying in the rice field. Oh, Sass botched the harvest. Come on, man. Oh, 'cause she's high in ambrosia. I was like, why is she so slow? Okay, Sass is hauling. Eagle, can I have you haul some of this as well? There we go. Just so we can get some of this in, so the squirrel won't eat it. Okay, we have to figure out where we're gonna store the hay grass. I guess we could store it over here. At least for now. Then we'll just take it with us. We can use that for pemmican as well, or kibble. For kibble as well, right? Yeah, we could use it for hay. Okay. Good. Good, so let's make a stockpile zone that is literally for nothing but hay. There's so much stuff on fire still. Okay. You keep botching all of these harvests. I wonder if I should just set him to growing as opposed to plant cutting. Okay. Good, so we'll have some tables and some chairs we can take with us. Okay, uninstall that. I'm sorry, I'm taking your chair. And we could probably uninstall the steel billiards, at least for now, because then they have the wooden horseshoe pin. And keep the dining room table because they will be upset if they do not eat with a table. Okay, do we have enough pemmican now? Close. Okay. So we'll do simple meals after all the pemmican is made. Should definitely have a secondary cook. We'll have that be Kylina because she doesn't have to mine. And I'd rather her do that instead of cleaning. So let's set cleaning as that. Perfect. Okay, can we get somebody to bring in this ambrosia? Just in case. Have you guys take care of that because I feel like the fire's gonna end up hitting it. Because I feel like that's just what Randy wants to do. It's just, he giveth and he taketh away. What? I gave you ambrosia? No, I didn't. And it's just gone. And that would be just our luck. Okay. Also, in terms of the stream schedule, I'm gonna see if we'll have the ability to stream tomorrow night, because I'm not sure when I would be able to on Monday, if at all. Just to help out a little bit. If I can stream on Monday, I'd like to stream all day. But if not, I think I can do on Tuesday, at least with Critter. I think that'd be nice. Maybe we could do Plate Up together or something. Okay, Eagle, you just kind of abandoned the harvest. And then Sass, can you haul all of it in? And then whatever's left, I will have Eagle grab. I think you might be able to carry most of it. Good. Oh, fire. Now let's clear this part of the home area. Not worried about that. Like I said, it's just the ambrosia, so perfect. And then haul all of that when you're done. Cool. If the ambrosia goes up in flames, that's fine. We've already gotten 2 seasons worth of ambrosia out of it. We won't get any more anyway, so perfect. It's actually nice having them, like, harvest things during the night, because then Starry can just work on it. Okay. Oh, marriage is on! Sass told Eagle that he wants to spend his life with her. Eagle agreed and the two are now engaged. At some point in the next coming days or quadrums, They will have their marriage ceremony and invite all the colonists. Consider placing a marriage spot if you want to control where. Eagle will change her last name to Camisa. Okay. That's kind of nifty. And then you will also have a stepson, I guess. So, just in case, let's set a marriage spot to be here. That'd be nice. Next to a little steam geyser. Have we ever figured out if the rain actually ups the grow rate? I mean, it seems like it's fast. Okay. Let's check something. So, if we were to leave today... Okay, so just to get through there would be about 2 days. Maybe if we went to Lake Rhino Heel, to one of these mountainous areas, about 6 days. Okay. So if we were to, hypothetically, form a caravan to the... Oh, 6 days. Except if we took everybody with us, we took all the animals. Okay, we can carry a lot more than I think. So we would take all of the food and add a couple more bedrolls in there. I think 2 more. All the medicine, all the rice. Then we'd be able to take components, cloth. I don't care about any of this. Well, apparently guinea pig fur is worth more than megasloth wool. Okay. The ambrosia would be nice. The jade. Don't care about the fecal sludge. All of these stools. Batteries. Let's keep going. All the silver. So we would be able to take quite a bit. I guess just the steel club. And then whatever's left we could do in wood and steel. Okay. Yeah. Guess we could do that. Okay. So cancel that. So we'll just have to pull up pretty much the last 2 beds. And then I suppose the stove and this battery, and then we would just go from there. Which means I want a caravan hitching spot. And then we'd be able to put the animals in here. Good. Okay. Oh, Muffalo 2 has given birth. Perfect. So we'll have another Muffalo that can carry a couple of things for us. And then once we get there, we will have food in the form of Muffalo and donkey. Okay. John's playing horseshoes. Should be going to work here pretty soon. Okay, he's gonna go and try and tame that other donkey so we can carry a little bit more. At least in terms of food. I don't think we're gonna be able to sow this entire patch of rice, so let's just focus on this one. Set some more of this for harvest. Looks like Kyliena's gonna work on it. How did you eat without a table? We have a table. I don't know if we would take this table. We might just leave that one. It's quite heavy. It's 10 kilograms. And this one is 5 kilograms. So it'd be smarter to take that one. So I think we would just leave this one. Oh good, now we have another donkey, so this is donkey number 3. And then we also technically have 4 and 5. Well, 4, because I think we had 1. Did that random bear ever leave? Nope, still here. Okay. Minor break risk, it's Stafford. He's gonna go and sow some more of the daylilies for the animals, which is good, because we're pretty much out. Okay, John, once you're done with that, can you actually work? Oh, we can't make kibble. What are we out of? Yeah, we have vegetarian. And we have tons of rice. Why can't we use the rice? Oh, because we only have 8 more of the insect meat. I don't think that's enough. Well, that's fine. So we'll have some kibble. Oh my god, I thought the bear had John's gun. I was like, where did he pick up a gun? What a dangerous bear. Okay, so we'll probably be here for about 1 more season. And then we'll book it. Not too bad, not too shabby. I really hope somebody will come by. And come and trade with us and just take pretty much everything. That's what I want. For research. Some transport pods. I know there's a way to contact people in orbit, but where is that? Recon. Advanced Fab. Transport pod. Does anybody see the telecommunications? It's prosthetics. Sterile, color, fire foam. Ship structural, we won't need that. Bionics. Marine armor, which would be nice. Long range scanner, medicine, flat screen, moisture. Where the heck is it? Is it back over here? Oh, and the Muffalo is pregnant again. Perfect. Sterile. Tree, recurve bow, carpet making, long blades, devil strand, beer brewing, drugs. Oh, it's under microelectronics. Okay. Yeah, the comms console. Fortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to get that before we leave. Won't be worth it. I'd rather Sass be working on the stuff out here. Good, Kylina is making some simple meals for us. Does that mean we are full up on the pemmican? Yes. Okay. Starry is sewing. Yeah, we really need people to help over here. We're not going to have enough vegetation. Okay, Stafford's coming to help. Oh, no, he's not. Can you sew that? He's just going to clean. Okay, John's hunting. Thanks, John. We don't care about the animal filth. I wonder if we can clear this as a home zone. So he'll stop cleaning over here. I don't care about the cleanliness of this random spot outside. We have more important things to worry about. Okay. So if we remove all of this... Can he stop cleaning here? Okay, does that help now? Oh. Now it's his recreation time anyway, so he's just gonna go and talk. Okay, we should probably have this uninstalled too, and we'll just go down to one bathroom. Okay. Sass and Eagle are awake, and they are sowing the daylilies. Starry, before you go to bed, can you harvest some of this? Just because you're really good at it, and Sass is terrible at it. And then I'll set Eagle, who's playing horseshoes, to instead come over here and harvest this. Okay, Minor Break Risk gets Stafford again. He's upset because he's outdoors and wet. Sorry, man. Okay. But yeah, we're doing pretty good, so we're gonna slowly work our way towards getting off this godforsaken planet. Yeah, I think ending up over here, over by Lake Rhino Heel, will probably be the most useful. Just because apparently Camino Peaks, in terms of the terrain, is mountainous. Apparently it has some decent rainfall, has some berries, and has caves. So we can actually use that so we can burrow in. We'll just have to worry about infestations from like the bugs. So when you're in mountains, infestations will randomly happen. That happened in the last one. And they'll just come around and they'll just wreck shit, essentially. Which is not great, but yeah. So that's why I want them harvesting, getting this all done and taken care of. Definitely want all of this heal root to go with us. Oh, Stafford, Starry, and Eagle are all going to play horseshoes together. It's because I took their only other source of entertainment. That's fine. They're okay. Okay, Kylina's in a room all on her own. She's fine. Slept in the cold. Apparently 66 degrees is cold. I would be so happy with that. I'm trying to think what that would be in Fahrenheit. Minus 32 divided by... No, times 5/9, which is times 5 divided by 9. So 66 minus 32 is 34. 34 times 5 is a big number. Hold on. 34 times 5 equals... No, I want it not 34 over 5. Oh, what was that? Ooh, a slaver. Okay. Okay, from the Barluca treaty is approaching. They're a slaver. We probably won't be able to afford anybody. There's Sek, the assembler. There is who else? Oh, that's an archer. Another archer. Do they only have sec? Usually they have like 2 or 3 slaves. Is it only sec? No, there's no way. Oh, here we go. Croica? It's like a cloaca. Croica? Okay. Starry, I know you just went to bed. Can I send you over to go and talk to them? I think they have 2 slaves. We'll see if they'll purchase the clothing from us. They probably won't purchase much else. Maybe some of the bows. See if we could dump anything on them, really. They absolutely probably will not get any of the furs. Okay. Oh, you guys won't take anything from us. Okay, so it is just 2 of them. So it looks like we have Sec the Assembler, who is pretty good at crafting and is a pyromaniac. From an early age, Sec had an unhealthy fascination with fire. He would set refuse heaps ablaze and become so entranced by the flames he would absent-mindedly burn himself. One day while playing with matches, he carelessly burned down his home. So less social, minus cooking, more artistic. Then he was an assembler, worked on factory assembly lines, putting together products with the help of robots. So he's an awesome crafter. He has a little bit of shooting. Oh, it's Cecile. So Cess? Yeah, Cess. I think that'd be Cess. He has mining. Everybody has mining in our freaking colony. That's 3 people. So he'd be the 4th. Artistic would be nice. Not really need it. Oh! He forsakes physical comforts and enjoys in favor of a simple, pure lifestyle. He would become unhappy if he has a bedroom that's too impressive. And he's a night owl, so he's kind of like Critter was, but with a night owl stat. Oh, and he's currently part of the treaty. Okay. And then let's take a look at Croaca. Okay, so she was a musical kid, had a talent for playing musical instruments and singing. She was given expert training and loved to perform in recitals and concerts, though the lavish praise she received made her a little bit self-obsessed. So her social's down. And then she was a mail carrier. Carried mail on her assigned routes. Sometimes she was even sent to deliver special packages to stylish corporate mansions or offices. She got pretty good at avoiding and fighting off angry dogs. So her melee is up. That's it. I mean, they both kind of suck. Kind of want to just purchase all of their pemmican. Call it a day. They will buy our components, though. Man, I wish you guys would buy some of our clothing. Or anything, really. Oh, that sucks. It might be getting warm enough, though, that we might get more people. So, let's just purchase all of their pemmican. And then, Starry, can you pick up all of it? Really don't want those 2. They're not great. I'm sorry. I mean, we'd have to make you guys more beds. It's kind of annoying. Don't really have the space right now. We're trying to get out of this area. So, yeah. So, we'll just let them be. Somebody will purchase them eventually. Oh, buffalo. I think we've seen buffalo before. And bear and spider. Purple. I think we've definitely seen purple before. So, thanks, but no thanks. We just need a bulk goods trader, really. At least now we will have some more pemmican. Okay. So, all of them are asleep. Eagle and Sass are working on sowing some more of these daylilies for the animals. Oh, and we need more sleeping spots for them. Let's give them a couple more. Furniture? Yeah. Right, yeah, we need 2 more. So donkey number 3 and the muffalo calf. Because Warwick and Valerie are now over here sleeping because I had removed their beds, so. Okay. Good, what a nice little rainy night. So somebody should bring in that ram eventually and we'll chop it up. Okay. Oh, Kyliena's awake, bright and early. Everyone's going to be forced to share this bathroom, unfortunately. Oh, and John and Starry are getting it on. Eagle's going to eat. Okay. And Kyliena's going to start cooking. Perfect. Let's lower the simple meals. Let's only do 50. Since we need more of everything else. 50. Perfect. And instead, let's make 1100 pemmican. So she should do that next. I think we could probably remove this tool cabinet. Not gonna need it. If this wasn't outside and I built a proper barn, we could have actually had all this stored over here, which would have made caravanning easier. Actually, why don't we just do that? Caravan over here. Forget that. Okay. Okay, so Eagle's going to dismantle that. Yeah, microelectronics is going to take 3,000. There's no way that we'd be able to get that done in a season. Okay. Eagle, it looks like it's going to place some horseshoes. Can you actually haul these potatoes for me? I know your recreation is pretty well. Yeah. And then Sass, can I have you haul all of this in that she is not bringing in? Good, and now we can harvest all of these potatoes. Man, this corn I don't think is going to be done in time. I think it may just be a wash. It just takes forever. It takes 11 days. Huh. 22 days. I mean, if we were still here throughout the fall, we'd be able to, but I don't think it'll work. Okay. Starry and John were up in the middle of the night, so they're gonna sleep a little bit longer than everybody else. There they go. Okay, so they're gonna eat really quick. Enjoy a breakfast together. Brr, I'm freezing. I wish you guys would trade with us. Like proper things instead of just people. Okay, John's gonna go out and go hunting. And the animals are going with him. Yeah, there's just one more ram left. Ooh, and there's a turkey. Let's get the turkey. And we'll leave pretty much the rest of it. This mega sloth is still here. Really want that other mega sloth. Okay, Stafford is cleaning again. You really have nothing else that you could do? just have you haul things instead? Just haul things. Oh, they're all sad and eating outside. Sorry, guys. We're in the middle of trying to leave. I don't really care about your, whatchamacallit? Your comfort, I guess? Let's actually clear this. Let's put this all as apparel so we'll be able to tell, like, what's what. And remove that from here. There's just so much shit. Actually, we should have this apparel and the furs. So what would that be under raw resources? No. Let's try fur. Okay. Textiles. Okay, so that's under manufactured. Okay, well, let's do all textiles over there. So it's not in here. And remove that. Again, so we could just see what's there versus everything else. Okay, so Stafford, it looks like, is going to haul some things? Yeah. But then we can make an executive decision and based upon that, like, what we actually need versus what we don't. Because, I mean, if we have, like, 800 fox fur, we'll take the 800 fox fur, but I'm not going to take 3 deer hide or something like that. Especially when everybody already has a brand new set of clothes from John, so... Cool. Starry is sowing some daylilies. Could I actually have you work on these plants? I mean, that's important, but this is more important. So I'm sitting here for a couple of days. Quest expires. Oh, that's that outpost. Nah, we're not gonna make it. Sorry. Okay. Kylina's doing pemmican. After that, can you harvest the potatoes? Alright, corn, you were useless to me. So wherever we head to next, we should be able to put down a little bit of rice really quick, maybe? Okay, remove all of this. Come on, harvest. Man, she's... Oh, okay, so the trade caravan's leaving. Bye, guys. Takes a while to do the bulk pemmican, but then they're not walking back and forth, so... Okay. And thankfully we should have the hay grass before then. It's about halfway there. Corn plant's absolutely not gonna make it. Probably should have done that first. Okay. John's hunting. Stafford is unloading his inventory. Could I have you, after you dropped all that off, let's see. Oh, he's gonna go grab the berries anyway. Okay. She's gonna go to the bathroom. Okay, we'll leave you then. Are you serious, Stafford? Stafford pursued Starry by complimenting her eyes. She is a married woman. I can understand Eagle because Eagle is just engaged. She is a completely married woman and has been for 2 seasons now. You need to leave her be. Leave all of the women in this colony be. Because you have hit on every single person. Okay, instead of cooking those simple meals, can you help with more of this harvest? I'm sad that we probably won't know what's in this ancient danger before we leave, but I kind of don't want to tempt fate after the last time. Although now everybody actually has proper guns, so we might actually survive if we did. Oh, that's right, we can make plate armor. Shoot, what would that have been under? Was it the hand tailor bench? No. Let's go to the research screen and let's see. So for plate armor, it can be made at the smithy. Okay. Which I don't think we have right now. Could make one. Put everybody in some armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be 5 sets of plate armor. I don't know if John would be able to finish it in 15 days. It's worth a shot. Okay. Let's see if we can get Eagle to do that for us. Great, and now all of those crops are finally freaking done. There's some berries over there. Okay. Ooh, good, some of the hay grass is done. Like one piece of it. Okay, Stafford, I don't care about your horseshoes. You are so useless. Can you haul all of this in? He doesn't do anything. Physically does not do a damn thing. You don't deserve recreation time. You have to work a good day's work. Okay. Unlike last year, now our freezer is actually starting to get full, which is nice. Suppose that means we can get rid of the kibble. And just have that be for butchering. Okay. John left this turkey. Okay. Death in 11 hours. Wow, you destroyed the left lung. Ooh. Oh, and you shot the beak. Ooh. It's kind of gruesome. Okay, looks like they're all eating. Can't believe freaking granite took out the wall. Okay, Sass is gonna come and sow some more daylilies. Okay, Starry's going to bed. Kylene is gonna go and cook really quick. Should actually probably drop the simple meals to 30. 5 for each. I'm also worried that John is gonna have a pigging out mental state and is just gonna eat everything. I'm trying to avoid that. Eagle, can you really quickly do that? Okay. Okay, so we can make plate armor. So what are we gonna make it out of? We can make it out of steel. Requires 170 ingredients. Let's not do wood. Steel would be useful. It's gonna make everybody slower, but it'll definitely help them. Can John actually do it? What is John's crafting ability at? Okay, it's at 10. So after hunting that turkey tomorrow, and after handling, I want you to start working on some stuff for us. I mean, we do have all this steel down here too, don't we? Yeah. There's 1,800 steel. I think it's okay. Okay. I'm gonna go and sow these daylilies. Let's cancel that. Need you guys to do other things instead. Oh, and summer has begun. Perfect. Yeah, there's stuff out there that we can harvest. Some berries and things like that. Okay. I think if we can't get these bows to be sold, I think I just want to leave them behind. Like, we really don't need it, do we? This is quite a conundrum. Because now we just made this smithy again, so we should just take it with us. Where did you get sandstone chunks from? And I don't care about the sandstone chunks. Why do you have that? What? Where did this come from? Okay, interesting. Oh, a raccoon. It's just sleeping. Rocky Raccoon checked into his room. Did you just get the hay and then just leave it on the ground? Yeah, I don't want to make any more kibble with it. Should be plenty if we just have the hay for them. Because then they can also forage as we go. Can you haul that in for me, Sass? I don't know why she threw it outside the fence where other animals can eat it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave this for a second. I will be right back. Okay, there we go. Alright. So now it is the next day. We have the last ibex ram. Thanks, John. Oh, and the turkey is down. Cool. Yep, that's gonna die in an hour. Okay. So everyone's gonna go and play horseshoes and sit around. Since we did pull up the billiards table, so they're gonna be sad about it. Stafford, where are you going with that kibble? It was literally right there. You just wasted your time for nothing. Okay. We should probably make a stockpile of just weaponry then. So let's do that. So, clear all. Weapons. Weapons. So we'll just have that be all weapons, and then we'll leave the silver there. And then let's remove manufactured weapons. Turn that off. I'm sorry, Stafford. There's nothing else for you to do. You're just going to go around and clean things anyway, so. Okay. John is taking the kibble to go and train Warwick, who can attack again, so hopefully should be able to rescue here pretty soon. Okay, Stafford has a minor break risk. Because he went to go and get the turkey. And he's outdoors and ate without a table. And he's been rebuffed by everyone. Stop hitting on people. Just stop. Okay, after John is done training, should start working on that plate armor. Nope, can't do rescue. Damn it. Why are you cleaning? Stop cleaning. I don't want that. John, oh. Oh, it'd be smithing, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be crafting. No, it says smelting. It's a field smithy. What are you doing? Okay, making plate armor. That was weird. Okay. Let's go get the turkey. Okay, and Kylene is going to help hauling some things. Perfect. Okay, so now we have all the weapons over here. That means all the silver. Yeah, thank you, Bear. Thanks, Valerie. Warwick, why are you wandering? Why can't you do something? Like anything. Come on, man. Okay. We're getting there. We're starting to get, like, the important stuff. So then, yeah, we'll have to pull up the stove. Would we be able to... Yeah, we could pull up the refrigerator. It's 15 kilograms. We'll see if we can. If anything, we'll just make another one. It's more of a luxury. It's not a need. Okay. Stafford's going out to gather all the stuff for the hauling inventory. Okay, you guys are eating the grass. Oh, Starry is apparently bored. Why can't you make meals? Oh, there's not enough meat. Shoot. Shoot. What if we just have you do more pemmican? Whoops. Do until you have... Hold on, details. Let's do 2,000. And 2,000. So we still need meat. Okay. Wish we could make pemmican out of vegetables. I suppose we can make simple meals. Can we do fine meals? View fine meal. The variety of ingredients. Okay. So if we were to do a fine meal... Oh. Oh, the heal root has a blight. Are you kidding me? Guess we're not getting heal root this year. Son of a... Okay, this is kind of important. Can you guys go and cut this before it spreads to that rice? And then Stafford. Okay, you're not assigned. That's fine. John, not either. Eagle, you guys could sleep. No, don't make the bulk pemmican. Just... More worried about this. I can't believe it. The whole thing got blighted. Oh, Jesus. Thanks, Randy. We don't have plenty going on already. Maybe we'll keep this one. Maybe it'll survive. We'll see. And then last 3 for Starry. Okay. Hopefully it won't spread, but we'll see. Oh, we can get the cotton. Okay, good. Some of the hay grass is going to be done. Oh, good. Sass is awake. Is helping to harvest. Okay, well, goodbye, heal root. It was nice to have you, I guess. Starry's like so much faster than you, Kylina. What the hell happened? Although, to be fair, she has a 14, and you have a 5. Okay. Oh, no, the last one's blighted. Okay, you're gonna have to get that one, too. Sass, can you help her for a little bit? What? Oh. Because I didn't mark it to be cut. I hear a cat. Where's the cat? Oh, there he is. We came home and he didn't come to greet us, so we had to go wandering around and looking for him. He was just asleep on our bed. He was just like, ah ha ha, they're not home. I'm sleeping in their bed. Oh, good, she's pulling up all that hay. Oh, this unfinished steel plate armor takes forever. How? 634 work. I wonder if it would be worth it just to put the toolbox back in. Oh, he's gonna be there for forever. Is there someone else that's okay with crafting? 1, 2... 0, 1. No, he's the only one that can do it. Okay, then John, I don't want you hunting at all. Stafford, you can hunt instead. Once we get to wherever we're going, I'll redo all of the work priorities. For now, it's like negligible. Okay. Okay, cooking. 1 person hunting. We don't need anybody entertaining. We only need 1 person doing that. Nobody wardening. We don't need anybody researching. Okay, I don't really want you guys cleaning either. We'll just leave Stafford for it. And then everybody else can haul. Okay. Cool, this is a little bit easier to work with. John, you're probably not going to cook at all. I think you're just going to work on the steel plate armor. Great, he's going right back to it. I know this is going to seem so counterproductive, but I need to put this back in. Hey, remember when I had you guys get rid of it? I'm so sorry. Wow, why are you pulling out all of this steel? That's such a waste. Well, we'll leave it for now. Starry is apparently bored. Oh, because we don't have any creatures to butcher. And Kylina's cooking. What are you even making? Okay, bulk pemmican. Okay. I mean, if anything, we can make a bunch of meals out of vegetarian things. It shouldn't go bad as we're going, either. It should be good for a season or so. Okay, John and Starry have gone to bed so they can canoodle. Perfect timing. Okay. So, Eagle's gonna work on that tool bench. I feel so terrible. I'm so sorry. So, maybe if we're lucky... Oh, this stupid raccoon is back. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get a couple of them done. I don't think we'll be able to finish all of them. Especially if Randy decides to throw something at us. Which he very much so might. Okay. Okay, she's gonna work on the tool cabinet. Sass is gathering some more steel. I should disallow some of this. I mean, it's just gonna hang out over here. I don't really want them to waste too much time coming all the way down here to grab all of it, Okay. Alright, so it's the second day of the summer. So T-minus about 13 days before we leave. So probably next stream will probably be when we book it out of here. Okay, so that should now be connected. Okay. Alright, looks like she's gonna go and harvest some of this rice. Did I already set this to not be? Okay. Don't sow that afterwards. We're not gonna need it. Oh, she already planted it. Okay. We'll leave behind a single thing of rice. Along with all of this corn. Oh my god, it's only grown to 36? Are you kidding me? This corn is useless. 42%. It's never gonna be done in time. Okay. Delete that. It's gone. Delete that. It's gone. Okay, we have one plant remaining in here. Okay. We're gonna go pick up all of that steel again. There they go. It's a waste of time, but not much we could do about it. Cat, why are you upset? Dad's not gonna let you up there. The cat is so mad. He's so upset. Okay. Well, at least they're hauling a bunch of it at once, instead of just like one pocket, two, etc. Okay, so 2 more trips and they should be able to grab it. And then if we need some more later... Oh! Manhunter pack of raccoons has entered the area, driven insane by the disease known as Scaria. They will roam the region hunting for humanoid flesh. Ooh, oh, that's 12 of them. Oh no, and they're out. Oh shit. Okay, I need you guys to quickly run. Run faster than you've ever run in your life. Drop the steel, I don't care. Oh my god, disallow that. Animals, you're on your own. Disallow that. Oh shit. And these fucks are fast. Oh my god, you guys better hurry up. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up, get in, get in. Oh, Sass, I don't know if you're gonna make it. Oh shit. Oh my god, they're so fast. Oh, shit. Okay, Eagle, I need you to go in here. Come on, Sass. Come on, come on. Come on, they're coming. Oh, and they're not blocked by fences either. Okay. Disallow. Oh. They're gonna set off all of these traps. Okay, so that was 12, so that's 9. Come on, I need you guys to start hitting all of them. Shooting, the animals are outside. Oh, are you kidding me? And then there's still the random raccoon that's out there. Okay, 8. Come on, hit some more. 8. Come on, 8. I really don't want to kite them around to the back. Just hoping they'll start running into more of these. Why are they all in this spot? We didn't even go through these doors. Alright, well, everybody, unfortunately, is going to be stuck inside. But hey, free food, I guess. Whenever we can go out there. So, allow... Allow, okay, 7. Right, 7. Yeah, 7. 6. 6, come on. If we're down to like 2, I could send them out there to deal with. Oh, and now Stafford is pigging out on food because he has a poor mood because he was outdoors. Oh, and the donkey is pregnant. Oh, shit, 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 shit. Stafford, no. Why did you go outside? Okay, emergency. Kylina, I need you. Oh, shit. Shit, 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 shit. Shit. Why did he just go out the door? Death in 18 hours. Oh, fuck. Fuck! Okay, battle stations. I need you guys up. I need you over here. We just have to try and kite these 3 away from him. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. He's gonna go down. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay, can we have you guys back up now? Will only a couple of them come in here and then we could shoot them? Okay, Stafford's down. Okay. Now can we send you guys... In here for these two. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Kylina, where are you? You are melee. Get in there. Okay. Stafford, you're a fucking moron. Okay, set his bed as medical. Oh, death in 4 hours. Okay. Sass, I need you to just tend him without medicine. Just stop the bleeding. A fucking idiot. Okay. Kylina, I need you to go out here, and I need you to just kill the last two. Right? Is it just two? Eagle, I want you to go here and stand outside the door. And then John, I need you, Starry, to cover. Okay, Kylina, kill that one. Alright. Okay, how's everybody else's injuries? Bruise. Bite. Okay, how's Sass? Okay. So Sass is next. Kylina, can you tend to yourself really quick? Fucking Stafford, you are the most useless motherfucker. How stupid. Okay, well, the raccoons are dealt with. Okay. Alright, Kylina, can you go and tend to everybody real quick? Okay, Eagle went to sleep. Sass is still working on him. Okay, death in 8 hours. That should be okay. Sass, can you stop that? And then can you rescue him? John! John took the fucking medical bed. Are you serious? Sass, go and rescue him real quick and then just start tending him with medicine. John, you have a fucking bed! Okay, well, we have some raccoons that brought themselves to this, I guess. Okay. Everybody's beds are gonna be fucked up, but that's okay. Okay. Go and tend to him, and then after that, I need you to self-tend. Need to allow that. Okay. And then tend to yourself. Stafford, you are the dumbest motherfucker. You were just upset because you were outside. Are you kidding me? You weren't even having that low of a mood. It wasn't even an issue. Okay. Hey, remember when I said that Brandy can giveth and then taketh away? Now everybody's gonna be down for a while. Starry, you're fine. You actually didn't go down even though you're a wimp. So I'm gonna remove patient for you and bed rest for you. You can get up. Kylina, you just have a bruise. You can get up. Okay. Turn that off of medical. John, you just have 2 scratches. Fucking all are children. Get up. Okay. Starry and John. And we'll put Kylina over here. Okay. John, can you really quickly go and clean? Why are you not assigned to cleaning? Just make it a 9. Okay. Go and clean all of this blood from everywhere. God. What the hell? Okay, Stafford can now walk again. It's a miracle. It's a Christmas fucking miracle. Ugh. I hate this dude. I wish he never joined us. Okay. Infection chance is 50%. Hopefully he should be fine. And he still has his fucking asthma. God, he really got screwed too. Look at all this. Oh, and he still has his bite scar. He's gonna have so many bites and bruises and scratches for forever. Hopefully he'll be healed fairly soon. Okay, Sass is in a medium amount of pain, so I'm gonna keep him on bed rest. Oh, great! Stafford has gotten a fucking infection in his neck. Can we just chop off his head? Kylita, can you go and tend to him real quick? Oh, ridiculous. He even dropped his stupid gun. Ugh. I hope he totally fights off this infection and we don't lose him. And then we can keep him because he's a very useful colonist who doesn't cause any issues ever. So upset. So mad. Thank you, John, for cleaning up everything. It's a 50% chance to have an infection, and he fucking got it. No, wait, there's still some more blood, man. At least the blood. I don't care about the rest of it. Okay. Alright, we really need to sew this now. Alright, thanks Warwick and Valerie for not dying. I suppose we could just hook these guys up to the caravan hitching spot so they can eat all the shit that's outside. Then they could get attacked. Randy's already thrown stupid shit at us already. Stafford, I hate you. Just outdoors. I shouldn't be outdoors. You took yourself outdoors. You did that of your own volition. Okay. Now we have all these rotting raccoons everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Let's set somebody to go and cremate. Kylina, can you go and do that? Why can't we do that? Oh, because it's not in the... Now it is. Can you... And then can you burn and just burn these god-awful raccoons? Okay, Starry, can you butcher for us? Okay, we'll speed it up a little bit. Okay, Sass is fully healed, thank God. He only has some blood loss, minor. Oh, yeah. Don't cremate the good ones, just the rotting ones. So let's just wait. So we still have 1, 2, 3 more? 3 more. Oh, and then somebody else... Oh, I think it was Starry. Okay. Stafford, I hate you. I hate you with the passion of 1,000 burning suns. You are the most useless colonist that I've probably ever had, but I think I've had worse, and I can't remember. Pretty sure I had Jester as a colonist who could do nothing but art, if I remember right. Oh good, and now our air conditioning is broken. Okay, Sass, are you not gonna wake up? Oh, well, technically you were up all night. Okay. I am gonna turn off your bed rest. Okay, John's good. Okay, is this any faster now? Dude, you're the one that is literally peeing while John is sitting there. Oh good, you're awake. Yay. I'm so glad that you're fine. This is why you are the worst colonist in the world. Okay. Okay, you guys are gonna go and sow that area. Okay, let's have Eagle go over there and start cremating all of these rotting corpses now that all of the good ones are gone. Hey, remember when I said we needed meat? Okay, so now they should start making pemmican out of all of it. Thankfully. Man, and he ripped through a whole bunch of our meals, too. Hate this guy. Okay. Thank you, Eagle, for cremating all of these. Actually, I think there's gonna be one more. Yes. Okay, so there's 4. Okay. Sass is sowing some daylilies again. What probably also didn't help was Warwick and Valerie were probably eating the daylilies in there too. So. Okay. Oh, good. Now we can delete this zone. Now that we don't have any more heal root because of the blight. Good, we're just gonna burn all of this fecal sludge that we don't need. I wonder if we can also get rid of this insect meat somewhere. It's extremely unappetizing, so none of them will like it. It's just not worth it for 8 of them. Okay, do you have 3 more? Yep, perfect. Okay, so we'll clear those out. I'll have her do one more. Actually, I kind of wish she would do the one that's actually in the house that people are going to be sad about. Oh, apparently we destroyed Starry using her left fist amateurishly, hit the raccoon with a smash from her left fist, shattering her front paw and injuring her front right leg. So what actually downed this? Oh, a gunshot. Okay, so Starry's bolt-action rifle bullet caused the raccoon to die. Okay. And the raccoon chomped Starry, biting her in the torso. John slammed the raccoon in the body. The raccoon bit the door. The raccoon scratched the door with her left claw. The raccoon scratched the door with her right claw. There was no other way that we were going to be able to save him, so... Hopefully this will also train Sass to do some more just growing anyway. Even though he doesn't have a burning passion for it, it's still useful. Okay. Alright, just one more, and then all of the raccoons will be cleared up. Okay, we're gonna cancel these because I'm not too worried about those. Cancel these. I'm not gonna be here much longer. Knock on wood. No, I just said that, and then watch. We're gonna get attacked by something. And then I will shoot myself in the foot for not putting those back. But that's okay. Okay, there's some grass that's growing. Good, they should eat those. I suppose if there's an issue, we could set them out free and just let them eat for like 2 days before they wander away. Okay. Eagle's gonna go and repair the steel door. I don't care about that. Can you sew the area instead? Okay, so Kylena's tending to Stafford. So for his infection, he is at 38% immune at 35. Unfortunately, I really don't want to give him the Glitter World meds. I can't really chop off his neck, though. Now, if it was a foot or a leg or something like that, we could just remove it, but it should be fine because it's a 4% difference, but we'll monitor it and just see. Make sure he's okay. But good, now we have a whole bunch of raccoon meat. Okay, and then we said we were gonna drop the simple meal down to 30. And Sass is just cloud watching outside on the wood fire generator for some reason. Okay. So John, it looks like, is going to go and eat. Oh, and Valerie, it looks like, is going to go haul some light leather for us, so thanks. Okay, we have quite a bit of plain leather. Actually, let's take a look. Okay, we have 107 cloth. Should have more from that too. Okay, so we have more plain leather than anything. So I think we'll leave behind things like the panther fur and the rest of the dog leather from the Yorkies. Oh good, we could pull some more of the hay grass. Okay. This corn is making me so upset. Such a waste of our time. Sass, did you change clothes? No, I guess I'm just crazy. It just looks like he's wearing something different. Oh good, Warwick can now attack things again. Okay. So we just need rescue. Unfortunately, Josh is really not good at training Warwick. I don't know why. Oh, and we can reopen this door. Okay, John, are you much faster with this now? A little. Okay. Okay, the nutrition consumption is now 3.82. I don't want to give them the hay grass already. If they start starving, I'll just take them out and hitch them to this post. So that then they could just wander around and just eat the grass as they want. Or we could just put it right outside the room. The fake room. Oh, and Valerie's eating some of the meals. Good job. Wish you would eat some of the kibble instead. Suppose we could unsuspend the simple meals, and we could set it for vegetarian now. Since now we do actually have some potatoes. We have 600 potatoes, so I think we're okay. Sick, hungry, rebuffed by sorry. One of these things is not like the other. How's his infection? Okay, 57 to 48. I think he's fine. I hate this guy. And now he's mad because he was woken up. You were just fed. Why aren't you happy that you're being fed? Okay, 200 work left. God, I hate that guy. Once he's guilty, like considered guilty, we should just send him off and just kick him out. Honestly. He's just so not worth it. Okay, Starry is making pemmican again. Kylina's out getting some more cloth for us. Once we can learn how to do medicine, we can switch all of the herbal meds over into proper meds. Okay, John is making the armor. Maybe it should be done by tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, and these two are sleeping because they are night owls. Okay. Taking a look at what we have. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. And I don't care about that. I think this will be easier if we just disallow the things that we don't really care about. I don't care about 7 pieces of dog leather. Trying to get away from the tribal wear. 22 wolfskin. Rest in peace, Timber Wolf. Okay. Don't need bird skin. We don't need the panther fur. Guinea pig fur is actually worth a lot. Don't care about pig skin. Okay. Don't need the steel gladius. We don't need this knife. We don't need these awful bows. But we could take all these recurve bows that we made with us. And same thing with this. Why did we put the short bow there? Anyway. Could take the revolver with us. Just so if we do end up getting another colonist. Same thing with the steel club. Oh good. Last bit of strawberries. Then we can get rid of that growing zone. This is good just so I can keep up with like what we still have. This one little bit of rice is never going to grow before we leave. It's probably just going to stay there. Now there's grass growing here. We could move them over into here. If we really needed to. They could eat the corn. They could eat the corn. We can make them eat the corn. It's definitely a possibility. Okay, everything in here we want. Yes. This we are not going to want. I wonder if we should just remove the beds and just put the double rolls in there and then deconstruct the beds. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, install, and install, and then deconstruct. Eagle, I know you just woke up. Could you work on that for me? Oh, Kylina was gonna do that. And then after that, can you remove that? I'm sorry, I know you will miss your steel double bed. But it is fine. Okay. Eagle and Sass. And John and Starry. Perfect. So then the day that we leave, all we'll have to do is just pull them all up and just go. It's probably going to take like a day for everybody to get together. Be like, let's go. Okay. Oh, good. Sass is washing Stafford. Come on, man. You're just gonna lay in bed for like a week again and do nothing useful for this colony. Again. Okay, John, you have 49 work left. Could you actually finish that? We're so close to being done. Come on. I'll stop you when it's your sleep time. You still got a couple of hours. Oh, and Stafford is trying to hit on Kylina while she is tending to his injuries. I hate this guy. He's such an issue. Okay, 4 work left. Perfect. Okay. Starry, I want you to wear it because you're a wimp and you will go down quicker than everybody else. Because you're already also in a permanent little bit of pain. Okay. Oh no, John, you didn't have to make more. You can stop. Oh, I guess he's just gonna work on it, I guess. Oh shoot, that's right. She's gonna take off her jacket. Okay, we'll take the jackets with us. Now it's not freezing cold, and the next place we go to also shouldn't be freezing cold, but we'll see. Okay. Kylina's making pemmican. John is stargazing. Aw. And Eagle, Sass, and Starry are working on the daylilies over here. Okay, so Starry is gonna absolutely be a little bit slower. Oh, her moving is also weakened just because of her spine. Can't do much about it. So she's probably at like a, I don't know, 70% movement now? Okay. How far along are these animals with their pregnancies? 2 out of 7, 5 out of 7, 1 out of 7. Okay. Oh, and the grizzly bear is bonded to John, so we have to be careful. Remember when the shitty fennec fox was bonded to Critter and that died, and then he was sad, and then he died of hypothermia? Rest in peace, Critter. One piece of corn is ready! 1! Oh, this is so stupid. Maybe it will be done before we leave. I hate this corn. Okay. Good, so the 2 of them are working on that. Oh, and the ambrosia's done again. Okay. That's nice. We'll set that to be harvested. Okay. Well, we have a second. Let's try and take a look at a tile that we can stop at. So, mountainous. Medical emergency. Oh, Stafford. What is your infection at? Okay. 78% to 97%. You're fine. I don't care. Oh my god, if you died, I'd be the happiest person in the world. Okay. I think this is all temperate forest over here. It's relatively low in terms of how hot it gets. It's better than the desert, like, absolutely. Why is this one? Oh, ancient asphalt road. So we could stop on the road again. I mean, we've done that each time already. It's a dirt road. Flat. No, I think I want the mountainous. Maybe this tile that's along the road and is in a mountain might be useful. Just to make those two happy. Especially because the Berluca Treaty is nearby. So if we wanted to, we could actually visit them and drop off some stuff to trade. Okay, Ramir, they hate us. Dog's Village, they also hate us. So we are going to have to go past some of our enemies, so we have to be careful. But if we're over here, near our friends, that might be nice. Because then when we have issues like this where no traders have come by, we can actually send people over to go drop things off to them. And purchase things from them as well. Oh, you're being nice and cleaning up his bedpan. How good of you. Actually, I'm curious. Let's see. Records. Okay. Time in a bed. He has spent 37 days in a bed. Out of those, 21 were for medical reasons. So for 21 days, he has not done anything. Time spent under a roof. 49 days. Times drafted. Time in a mental state. This guy is literally useless. We've had him for a year. And out of that year, he has spent 37 days in bed. I hate this guy. I absolutely hate him. But good, now he's developed immunity. Great, so now we gotta keep him. I should just make him get up and do things now. What a useless sack of shit. Anyway. Okay, so Eagle is still working over here. Hopefully this should grow fairly soon, that they'll be able to eat all of it. Okay. Taking a meal to inventory. We might have to pause the pemmican and move up the simple meals because we don't have any more right now. And I don't want them eating the pemmican. Okay, we're going to disallow access to this. Okay. Good, we're getting somewhere. Look at all these really lovely daylilies that are all going to get eaten immediately. Okay. John and Starry should be getting up here pretty soon, especially because John is ravenously hungry. Because of course he is. There he goes. Okay, good. Sass isn't upset anymore about having John sitting outside the bathroom for him. Oh, and John is starving. Go eat, man. Okay. Eagle's gonna go and relax socially. Starry's gonna go to the bathroom and then should take John's place at the table and eat. Oh. Okay, so that's out. John, can you really quickly, before you train Ward, can you refill that for us? Ward can wait a minute. Okay, Eagle and Sash should be going to bed here. Eagle, can you go do something else so we don't take up a spot just sitting there? I'm sorry, man. I know you were having a riveting conversation with Starry about missiles. And cheetahs. Eagle made a comment about eating without tables to John. I hate you. No, get out of here. Go do something. Okay, Sass is gonna go and sleep. Oh, Sass told a joke about wearing raincoats to his fiance. Good job. I'm glad all of our couples are very happy. Kylina still really hates Stafford. Stafford tried to attract Kylina by describing her as a sharp son. What? You are an idiot, man. Everybody dislikes you. Because you just keep hitting on people. Okay. Kylina's awake and is going to go and harvest the last of the strawberry plants. Right, goodbye, strawberry plants. And goodbye, cotton. Oh, there's some squirrels over there. I thought the raccoon was back. Like, what just made that god-awful noise? Okay. Starry's making a couple more meals for us. Good. That'll make up for everything that Stafford ate. For no reason. Okay. And John's gonna try and make some more plate armor, so we'll see how long this takes again. I think the next person that I want to probably have wear that is probably Sass, considering he's our main doctor. That I don't want something to happen to him. Oh, Warwick is just wandering around in Kylina's room. Okay. Good. So yeah, we're definitely getting somewhere. I mean, we're almost done with the crops. We'll be able to take all of this with us, all of these vegetables for the most part. And then we'll just take everything, make sure that we take anything that's like 50, yeah, I guess we'll use guinea pig fur as a benchmark. We'll take any of the furs that are 50 or above, take a lot of the good weapons, take the hay with us, take some of the wood, some of the steel, whatever we can carry at the very end, and yeah, and then just get out of here. So cool. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there for today. I will not be back here tomorrow. I will likely be back here on Monday. If I have to switch it and instead I'm here tomorrow, I will post about it on Twitter. Because Monday I know that we are going to be doing a breakfast thing. So I don't know if maybe I'll just push it back. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So we should be back to normal schedule on Tuesday. It's just because getting sick and then all the traveling, everything's been a little bit of a mess. So hopefully this should even out as we keep going. So let's go ahead and save. And let's see who is currently live that we can go and watch. Oh, perfect. It is a Saturday. So let's go and see our good old friend, Nate. There we go. Who is doing some more D&D with some of friends of ours. So let's go and head over there. And I will see you guys potentially tomorrow or more likely on Monday. So